A newly implemented federal program is not being well received by Oklahoma's horse racing industry. The Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority went into effect on July 1st. To learn more about what it's designed to do and while some Oklahoma horsemen think it's an example of federal overreach, we're joined by reporter Taylor Jackson. Taylor?
Rich, in 2020, Congress passed the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Act, which created the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority. Horsemen in the industry now must comply with new regulations to avoid penalties. It's a hot and muggy July morning at Remington Park as thoroughbreds arrive at the stables in preparation for the start of the season on August 19th. This year, owners and trainers find themselves navigating new regulations imposed by the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority, also known as HISA.
And the reason for the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Act is really because there was no national authority, one uniform organization to oversee horse racing in the U.S. You know, it's really unusual. Any other sport has one central body.
HISA CEO Lisa Lazarus says she understands that it will take time for everyone in the industry to feel comfortable with the new agency.
Just change is hard. You know, horse racing is one of the oldest sports in the world and certainly also in the U.S. And, you know, people are used to it being controlled at the state level and they know what those rules are. They know how to navigate them.
The authority now oversees racetrack safety, which includes jockey health and anti-doping for horses.
Nobody was consulted about, at least horsemen were not consulted about any of these rules that were put in place.
The executive director of the Thoroughbred Racing Association of Oklahoma, Daniel Barber, says constantly changing deadlines of new regulations has caused a lot of confusion.
A lot of uncertainty. I mean, one day it's we're going to move back the medication rules to July or January of 2023. Then it's the whip rule or the equipment of the whip.
Oklahoma is one of several states, including Kentucky and Louisiana, to file lawsuit against HISA for constitutional infringement. This week, District Court Judge Terry Dowdy granted a preliminary injunction halting HISA's rule in Louisiana and West Virginia. The Thoroughbred Racing Association of Oklahoma asked for clarification, but questions remain unanswered.
I asked them to, when we were racing at Fair Meadows, and we were racing at Fair Meadows during July. So I'd ask them to come and, you know, meet with our horsemen, tell us how this is going to affect us. What should we expect? Are we going to have a steward that's going to scratch horses? And they agreed to meet with us, but then the next following day they canceled.
Barber and the association aren't the only ones with unanswered questions. Congressman Markwayne Mullin sent a letter to the Federal Trade Commission chair and CEO of HISA, Lisa Lazarus, looking for answers.
We received a response yet, which unfortunately is putting par for this administration. I will tell you, I'm not sure that we have got any responses to letters we have written to this administration, which is absurd.
Mullin has been opposed to HISA since the act was first proposed in 2020.
Well, it's federal overreach. We're very big on states' rights, and the state should be the first to regulate the industry. And when you see this, what you see is you see smaller tracks that's now going to be dictated to your large tracks, mainly out of Kentucky.
Oklahoma is home to 3 live racing tracks: Remington Park here in Oklahoma City, Fair Meadows in Tulsa, and Will Rogers Downs in Claremore, Oklahoma. For more than 30 years, the state of Oklahoma has regulated horse racing independently.
There had been issues in the state of Oklahoma. We did a pretty good job overseeing and regulating ourselves. And now you're going to see this one-size-fits-all approach to the horse racing industry.
You know, we've worked so well with our state on our local level on rule implementations that we get along with our state and we work very well with them. And so it was kind of a setback for us.
Barber says that administering the new federal regulations will be costly for local horsemen.
How is it going to be funded? It's going to be funded through owners and trainers. So that's going to be an issue.
According to HISA, anyone who is licensed by a state to race must now register with the federal agency in order to continue racing.
We are now at about 32,000 horses registered and about 29,000 people. So I think the vast majority of our race participants have already registered. And the registration process.
Lazarus hopes the thoroughbred racing community will keep an open mind during this transition.
People are used to it being controlled at the state level, and they know what those rules are. They know how to navigate them. What I would say to those is, one, give it a chance. Give us the opportunity to show this is really going to be good for the sport.
Right now, Oklahoma horsemen and women remain skeptical.
We're going to have to figure out a way to be copacetic. So we need to figure out a way.
Barbara is still hoping to get that clarification from HISA before thoroughbred season starts next month.